Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age Mythology Replay. Small on bottom left right side as the blue Nuwa, we got Mati. What was it, NOC? I think NOC is the clan tag. Small on top left side as the red Zeus, we got BacHi from DoD. Either way, when it comes to these major minor gods, I always remind myself on the Chinese ones. Nuwa, peasants, Kufas, and defense. God of blessing, creators auspice. On favored lands, foundations automatically are constructed. Buildings spread favored land +1 range further, and capital gets 10% hit points. Unique upgrades here. Creation gets a number of clay peasants. Auspice, creators auspice. Nuwa reduces peasants' costs and improve the building's hit points as you earn favor. Kufta chieftains. Nuwa creates a Kuftan chieftain, a powerful hero who respawns when lost. And Mountainous Might gives your Kufas more damage and hit points. Make them a bit better at defense. Zeus is, of course, a well-known major god. We do have infantry and heroes. Start with additional favor, gains favor faster. Myth units cost 1 population. Infantry do +6% damage versus buildings, and hoplites move faster. His unique god power, of course, gives a bit of hit points, as well as hit point regeneration for his heroes. For his minor gods, you can see Athena or Hermes. Athena is usually the favorite for Zeus. In this case, probably a good idea, though Zeus can still go with Hermes and Dionysus, so he still can get pretty good cavalry. Athena provides close restoration, Minotaur, Aegis Shields improve Pierce armor, which is probably pretty nice since the Chinese tend to go for a lot of range units, such as Chuko Noos and Fire Archers. Minotaur's upgrade and hoplites can increase range and damage. Spirit Charge over here gets increased cavalry spear and speed and damage. Free Pegasus and make them better as a scout, and of course Ceasefire. Nuwa can get Hotu or Zhuan Nu. Earth Wall is basically a free wall that every single piece is also a gate that all disintegrate if they take a good number that goes down. Kong Key is, of course, a hybrid unit that can fly and land. Favored lands, you get increased 5% drop off resources. Very powerful upgrade there. Very good economic one. And of course, villagers build faster and work rate for the settlements, so the settlements build settlements faster, or town centers faster. Vanish, of course, gives a bit of a tactical one. Kulin is, of course, a healing unit. Training guards cost less and also faster training rate. You get, of course, occasional free human soldiers, 1 out of 5, which is like Hades Shades, but a bit more direct and less free. Quillen's Blessing, of course, improved the healing rate. So both are pretty nice. 10% rebate of your human soldiers, or 5% drop off. Or should I say 20% rebate in human soldiers. Sure though. Comes to relics, we do have the Dwarven Horseshoes. Cavalry increases move speed by 5%. Pretty good for both sides. The Titan's Treasure, aging up, is cheaper. Secret Titans is cheaper. Very nice to have. Bridle of the Pegasus is, you get free Pegasus. And Harmona's Necklace, gold just gathered 10% faster. All the relics seem pretty good. Also, a bit more leaning on to red side of the map rather than blues. Sends us back down the eco phase. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Scout here take a little bit of damage. We do now have the Kuftan Chieftain. Tempo going on up for Zeus. We do have Athena almost complete now, as well as Jason being summoned. Nuwa is now aging up to Zuen Nu, which does, of course, give the rebate of human soldiers, which is very nice to have. Athena now pulling the field. We got Norm the Minotaur heading down south. Sounds like the Pioneers engaging Jason. Of course, Blue is not aging up, so they're doing a nice staggering 0.3 DPS. Jason's taking approximately not even 1 point of damage per arrow. Of course. Scout here even poses a threat to these guys. They're probably yelling out, "Need a dispenser here," while and bolts the Quillen immediately. Bolts is one of those god powers like, do I do it immediately or wait to the perfect target? I say that's a perfectly fine target there. Honestly, maybe doing this against Kuftan Chieftain wouldn't be half bad, or maybe on the Kuftans. Or Kafus. Oh, we got the clay peasants being some there. Click up some chicken. The Kafus thinks advantage. It may be a giant villager that's probably mythological in origin. When the Minotaur goes down. Heroes do not get bonus damage. You can see Hercules soon do about 9 damage per strike. And his base damage is 13. That village does manage to stay alive, but barely. The clay peasants are trying to stab Hercules. 11 health remaining, not a whole lot. It says strike any military unit there, so probably actually can't be targeted onto villagers, now realizing it. We got some halberdiers here, which are counter cavalry units there, but he's not fighting his cavalry. Oh, I suppose there's Hippus there. Never mind. Did take out a villager. The clay peasants should be disintegrating relatively soon. Actually, no, they still have another 50 seconds remaining. I always forget how long that god power actually lasts. It lasts for a significant amount of time, honestly. Got some lanterns being summoned. Halberdier getting engaged by Jason. Restoration deployed on the front line. Jason Hercules getting healed. This is an unusual play, I would say. Pioneers are classified as ranged soldiers. They do take bonus damage from Hippus. But do have Olympian parentages. Research can see the bit of health regen here. Kafu Chieftain takes some damage there from the Hippus. Oh, the clay peasants have expired. Looks like Hercules could be bopping more of these halberdiers. Does take out Pioneer before falling back. Pioneers do cost 105. Hercules' comparison does cost a lot more than that. Of course, has a little bit of health regen for himself. Red's going for more Hippus. Chickens being obtained, or they're expiring. Another Pioneer goes down. Jason and Hercules once again standing and fighting. Like I said before, these halberdiers, of course, counter cavalry units, so while these are... they just don't have great damage. Jason does go down there. Hippus, bit of damage up to them, nothing crazy though. Another Jason being deployed in the field. Jason does cost 150 resources. Oh, Jason doesn't cost any gold? Huh. Let's see, in gold edition, I think Jason costs like 100. Actually, did Jason only cost food in gold edition? Now I can't remember. It's been decades since last played gold edition for Age of Mythology. Looks like some goats being attained. Goats, of course, the goat. And the machine workshop is, I think it's complete, but all the debris fallen. There you go, must be complete now. Got some housing here. Housing does get destroyed. Looks like Red's being a bit of a home wrecker. Fire archers being summoned. So he's going for halberdier and fire archers. So probably best build Toxitates. These forces push forward, including a fresh Norm. Pioneers get some damage here onto the Minotaur. Halberdiers over here. Both the Hippos and the Halberdiers are Dark Age. Hoplites as well. More Pioneers being summoned, another Kafu as well. Looks like these guys back themselves into a corner. But they actually make it picked off. Okay, they do escape on out of there. Hoplite goes down. Jason's taking a bit of damage there. Hippos engaging over here. Kafu's gonna go down. Well, this one did. This one's the super wounded one from earlier. Two Minotaur moving around. You also have another watchtowers here to keep watch. Those get inside the towns up there. Got some halberdiers and fire archers. Some of these hippos are going down to the halberdiers. Looks like the Red's trying to obtain some elephant. I wonder how elephant mate tastes in real life. I would definitely try elephant. Looks like you anger the bull and gets the horns. Hippos moving around. More. You got husbandry researched by Red. He does have 12 goats. Goats, not a bad number of goats. Blue looks like he's already eaten all of his goats. Red is still utilizing all the resources in the field. The longer you can make use of the resources in the field, the better. Makes your goats fattened up for longer. And I mentioned that it stalls out farms even for longer. Hercules just dropped off a relic. So far, I've obtained the Harmona's necklace and the Dwarven horseshoes. Do you now have a possible age up Rusho? Give access to Bahu and Pixie. I always forget the Chinese minor gods. Let's see. Rusho gets access to Fey Beast, which is a number of poisonous temporary units. Making the sun's units flying, so crowd control. Oh, you get a unique trader. Gilded shields, improve Dallas swordsman's pierce armor. Divine Jones infantry gets a divine damage, 1 divine damage, and bonus damage from myth units, so makes it a bit more generous. Very nice, which probably combos quite well with Zwan Nu with the rebate. Better work rate. Actually, get a bit of food and wood along with trade. Very nice. And summon a new naval unit. So, a pretty good economic one in infantry focus minor god. Zeus. Zeus, I've seen most time people go for Dionysus, but Apollo's still an excellent call for Zeus. Bronze is a very good god power. Hydras you can hail. Dionysia gives you plus 5% hit points, and Thorking Horses gives a bit of life steal for your cavalry. Apollo's pretty good as well. Manticore is one of the better myth units in the entire game, in my opinion. Manticore passes course can be very powerful, or not so. And Sunray improves the range damage of all your units, including your myth units, such as the Manticore. Bit of healing here, a bit of line of sight, not too important. Healing tempo is situational, but can be very nice. But Sunray is plus 50% damage for all units. And since Zeus also has one less population, it feels like it does impact Manticore far more than you would imagine. It goes from 4 population down to 3. A 25% population reduction on Manticore is incredibly good, honestly. They have a pretty good bias towards Manticore. We do have a large number of bowls here. A nice big load of bowl. Got a number of halberdiers. Bruce show is almost complete. We do have the reincarnation, which will give you the replacement of your fallen troops, a 20% rebate or refund in unit deployment. Hipposeer will be intercepted by the halberdiers and fire archers. We just have the Course Fey beasts. I know there's a relic to get one of these guys for free, and it's a permanent one. I don't know, does this one make it a permanent summon or a temporary summon? I can't remember. It seems like the Chinese is probably the least selected of the factions nowadays. Here's the BacHi, or BacHi. I have no idea to pronounce Chinese stuff. He did eat a villager. It was quite delicious. Hercules coming to bop the big kitty. He's familiar with Nemean lions. This is just a two-tailed cat, which is not a Neko Mata. Now these Force Pushing Forward still has Dark Age Halberdiers. Medium Archers do have Dionysus being researched, as well as Age of Shield. Cats are eating the house. Halberdiers, more Kafu, do have the Shaft Mine. More gold be obtained there. Pegasus flapping about. Here are the two Bahus. Military Academy going on up. We do have Hercules bopping the cat. Got this one here as well. We're picking off some villagers. Very nice. Who's pushing forward over here? Alright, let's pull back some villagers here. And now they have similar villager count. And this cat's still causing problems. Got Jason here. Does slice up the cat. Hydra here. The load of wolves there. 5 of them. You have the Zhang Zaya there. Who's now going for husbandry? Halberdiers are now medium. Toxic pretty forward. Hoplite's trying to engage. So we got Dark Age hit this. Heavy infantry research by Zeus now. Kafu's here. Nice little pop out, get a little extra distance there. His units were slower. Zeus's hoplites are faster. We've got Baron's now put on the field. We're on the far side of the Baolei. And we've got the Fey Beast now summoned. Those Fey Beasts are starting to go on down. Quickly killed them off. Looks like all of them may be down there. They did not last very long. Ballet we've gone down. There's some sort of garrison inside of it. What it is, I'm not sure at the moment. Guess we'll find out soon enough. That was a good number of villagers that popped out, including some military units. Oh, does use Vanish there. Very good. Well, the best case scenario for this thing. This thing's never really used for military armies, but that saved a good number of military and civilians there. That might be the best cast I've ever seen with Vanish. A couple of these villagers go on down. You have, it looks like Shaft Mine, Heavy Rain Soldiers being researched, Odysseus being summoned. Almost another for the next tier, the Creator's Auspice, which is simply reduce the cost of peasants, which almost has all the peasants that person will ever need in the game. Both of them have a very nice amount. Then hit points can be nice, especially when your buildings are under fire. We've got a two-headed Hydra here. Got the little bull sort of split apart. Pioneers and the other hero there. The bulls is on going down. Ballet here. We do have the hoplites moving about. Villagers took inside. High Passus falls back. Bull Minotaurs give these units the horns. Does evacuate out of the building. Right now, the Chinese player does have 84, 85 favors, so a decent reserve going. Wooden wall going on up. Looks like red does find a good number of these villagers. And they will be going down. Looks like a bit of pathing issue since it's the edge of the earth. Take that, globetards. Wooden wall has gone down. Do have some machine workshops here. Alright, just still two heads. Blues backing up north. Got some more peasants being deployed in the field, of course. More villagers. Though we've got a lot less peasants now in the field. The White Horse Cavalry being pursued. Oh, one of these guys have over 1,000 damage. Must have been stabbing a building quite a bit. Wait, does the damage get scaled by if you have the whole formation highlighted and just add them all together? When do they add that? I didn't realize when you have the whole formation highlighted, it actually accumulates the damage down here. That's quite nice. Never knew about that. I remember when the game where that was simply not a possibility to see. Against few groups, total damage dealt now. Very interesting. Who's now going to try and age up to Gong Gong, which give access to Kunlong, the water dragon. Pegasus getting shot down. That was one provided from the relic for blue. You now have these guys moving about. Towns that are being garrisoned. Trying to avoid the cavalry, of course. Down south, Red's pushing way forward. Got some bold minotaurs. Last of the bold minotaurs close to starting to go on down. More hoplites being summoned. White horse cavalry does get knocked back. Petrobolo still engaged in the ballet. And High Passes does counter the fire archers. Bold Minotaur takes some damage there. Ballet does go down. Oh, we do now have Gong Gong now. Research has access to the Great Flood. A very fine flood indeed. You now have the Kunlong moving around. Greek heroes, of course, very good versus it. However, there's only going to be 4 of them, up to 4 in one game. The Kunlong always took quite a bit of damage there from Odysseus. Odysseus now engaging the Kunlong there a little bit, but also being hit by the town center. Heavy Tiger Cavalry now being deployed in the field. And looks like got Jason and Hercules takes out the dragon. We do now have Hera being deployed in the field. We have access to Lightning Storm, potentially free Mire Drums, and Medusa. The Great Flood has been summoned. Restoration to counteract the Great Flood. They're at pretty good health right now. Some are being dragged a little bit farther than the others. Bull Minotaur does knock back all the cavalry, giving Red some more breathing room. Of course, none of these units are actually counter cavalry. Got some hoplites now pulling the field. Bold Minotaur giving them horns. Got 3 heroes there. We've got more Fey Beasts now summoned. Of course, they are customized with units, so all the heroes are pretty good against them. They don't have super high health as well, so even Human Soldier is decent versus them. Yeah, that gunpowder is actually not great, is it? More hoplites, another Minotaur on the build queue. I do like Medusa, because they turn things to stone. They offer good range damage. Also, straight up a bit of crush damage. just like small enough which I don't think it's very good armor piercing effect. In this case, I think some Medusa would be very nice versus these heavy cavalries. Oh, there. Luda's back the game now. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.